What's up, guys? Welcome back to Biopilot Arms. It is January 1st, and unfortunately, not a happy new year. There's been a terrorist attack. We're going to go over it and talk about it. And I've had to do a little bit extra editing to this video because I keep finding new information, so bear with me on that. Anyway, we're going to go through it, and let's jump right in. We're going to the Fox article. The man accused of the deadly New Year's Day attack on Bourbon Street has been identified as, I'm going to do my best to say this, but I don't really care because he's a terrorist. Shamsuddin Jabbar, 42 years old. Law enforcement sources confirmed the suspect's identity just before noon on Wednesday to Fox. The FBI later confirmed the identity. Jabbar is accused of intentionally driving a pickup truck through barricades into a crowd of pedestrians on Bourbon Street near Canal Street early Wednesday morning. Accused? I mean, he died in the shootout with police after hopping out of the truck, so I think he's a little more than accused, but okay. The truck used in the attack had a Texas license plate and was carrying an ISIS flag, according to the FBI. A handgun, an AR-style rifle, and IEDs, improvised explosive devices, were found inside. Well, yeah, he's ISIS. Of course, he's going to have IEDs. According to Fox News, the truck was tracked crossing the southern border into the U.S. at Eagle Pass, Texas, in November. The person who crossed the border with the vehicle in November is not believed to be the attacker. So that's why I said that he crossed at some point, and then somebody brought a truck. Now, okay, guys, so I actually have to hop over to this ABC News article that I found, and I'm going to put this right in the middle because apparently this article is saying that Jabbar was actually American. Let me see. It says Jabbar, a U.S.-born citizen from Texas, sources said. So the truck seems to have been brought from across the border, but he was a U.S. citizen that was born here. Interesting. They also say that they believe that Jabbar was not solely responsible. We're running down every lead, including those of his known association. That's why we need the public's help. We're asking if anybody had any interaction with Shamsuddin Jabbar in the last 72 hours that you contact us. Duncan said Jabbar was an Army veteran. So, a U.S.-born Army vet turned ISIS? I would like somebody to go and look at his time in the Army, because I have a feeling that he didn't just get radicalized after he was in the Army. He may have been radicalized while in the Army, and I'm wondering what he may have done while in the Army to, sabotage or espionage or whatever that may be. Now, that may not be the case. He may have been radicalized after, but, I mean, it's worth looking into, at the very least. Anyway, back to what I was saying before. After crashing the vehicle, Jabbar reportedly exited and opened fire on responding police officers. 2 officers were injured during the exchange before Jabbar was fatally shot by police. Well, thank God they weren't killed. Injured is bad, but dying is worse. So, thankfully that only he died in the shootout. Because it could have been a lot worse. If the police officers hadn't responded as fast, this could have turned into an additional mass shooting on top of that. So thanks to the officers for that. The attack left 10 people dead and at least 35 injured in what the FBI is now investigating as an act of terrorism. Officials have also said that suspected explosive devices were found in Jabbar's possession. The FBI are continuing to assess the threat level. So I think, if I recall correctly, that a while back there was I think it was an FBI notification that was talking about a bunch of different terror cells, and there was at least 3 of them here in Texas, along with the Venezuelan gangs that were able to come across the border as well, but that's besides the point. I went and I found the terror threat snapshot. I'll include it in the link below if you guys want to take a look at it. But this is the first page of it. Foreign jihadist networks and homegrown violent extremism, persistent terror threat to America. And then it goes through the dates down here all the way up until September 11th of 2024. But you can see these are all of the states that they suspect terror cells to be in, and as I just mentioned, Texas being one of them, it's one of the darker red states, probably because it's a border state. The same with California. I'm surprised though that these that Arizona and New Mexico aren't popping up on the list, but I suppose that Texas and California are better when it comes to opportunity and economy, so I guess their money might go farther here. There's more things to work with, is what would be my guess. Also, probably larger populations, bigger targets, I guess, as well. In those two states, so it kind of makes sense actually. Anyway, I will link this down below if you guys want to take a look at it. Um, anyway, back to what I was saying before. So I was kind of expecting something like this happening actually a couple months ago, um, but I suppose it takes time to plan these things. So we need to be on the lookout for future uh, possible terror attacks. Now, some of you might be asking, why am I bringing this up on my gun channel? Well, for two reasons. Number one, um, the there were guns used in this, but we don't hear about it at all, right? They made a mention of it, but because it wasn't a mass shooting, it's not going to be used to exploit gun control. And I find it quite hypocritical that the media would sit there and not call for some sort of control of the border or some sort of vehicle control or something like that, because clearly these things happen with or without guns. I mean, this is what, the third time I think it's happened? I want to say it's the third time that I know of. I know there was the U-Haul attack, this attack, and then that one guy that ran through a parade with his red SUV, I want to say it was, and then he fled from the scene, and they found him later. And I think all of these attacks have about the same number of people dying. It's like 10 to 15 people die, and then it's like 30 to 40 people are injured. And they want to sit there and talk about, oh, gun control. We need more gun control. It's like, no, we don't. Like, these things happen, you know. Also, this guy had bombs, dude. Like, okay, bombs are on a highly regulated NFA registry, okay? You have to have tons of licensing to own explosive devices, and you have to register each one individually. Did this guy do that? No, because he's a criminal and a terrorist, and nobody who's a criminal or terrorist is going to follow the rules, the laws. So this ties back into gun control. These rules and laws don't matter. If we were to go ahead and actually utilize the laws already on the books instead of just make new pointless laws, we'd probably be okay. Like, for one, closing the border. We very much need to do that. And to all you out there right now, I would carry pretty much every day, all the time, because, I mean, these people are out on New Year's Day, just chilling, having fun out with their family and friends, and some asshole decided to drive a truck through them, right? Next time, maybe it's a mass shooting. Next time, maybe it's a mass stabbing. We've seen that happen in China a lot. So, you know, the tool doesn't really matter, but the important thing is that you have the ability to defend yourself. So, if you're able to and you feel comfortable, I would carry a gun at all times. Where legal, obviously. You know, you don't want to catch a felony because you carried it into a post office or something. But the other reason that I wanted to bring it up, some of you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, why are you talking about it? It literally happened like 12 hours ago." Well, if this was a mass shooting, within an hour, the media would be exploiting it for gun control. So I don't necessarily think that it's too soon. I don't think anything is too soon to be talked about. So, anyway, guys, in the comments down below, tell me what you guys think about it. Tell me what if I have missed any information or if there's any updates. I'd be interested to know. So link that down below, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. I have some more videos coming out tomorrow and then over the next couple weeks. And I should be able to put more videos out for you guys going forward because I have a new setup, and hopefully I can get this channel up and rolling. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all of you, and hope all of you guys stay safe out there. Happy New Year, and have a good one.